Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to this segment of Coach Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. The recitation for the day is Sri Rag Mahalla Pehla. Ram Nam Man Bedhia, Avar Ke Kari Vichar, Sabad Surat Sukh Upajai, Prabhrato Sukh Sar, Jyon Bhave Tyon Rakh Tu, Main Har Naam Aadhar, Man Re, Sachi Khasam Rajai, जिन तन मन साच सिगारिया तिस सेती लिव लाए रहाओ तन बसंतर होमिया एक रत्ती तोल कटाए तन मन समदा जे करी आनंदन अगन जलाए हर नामे तुल न पूजई जे लख कोटि कर्म कमाए अर्ध शरीर कटाइया सिर करवट तराए तन हिमाचल गालिया भी मन ते रोग न जाए हर नामे तुल न पूजई सब डिठी ठोक बजाए कंचन के कोट दत्त करी बहु हैवर गैवर दान भूम दान गौ आगणी बेअंतर गर्भ गुमान राम नाम मन वेद्या गुर दिया सचदान मन हट बुद्धि केतिया केते वेद विचार केते बंधन जी के गुरमुख मोख द्वार सच्चो उरे सबको ऊपर सच आचार सबको ऊंचा आखिया नीच ना दिसै कोय इक ने भांडे साजिया इक चानन तह लोए कर्म मिले सच पाइया तुर बख्श न मेटै कोय साध मिले साधु जने संतोख वसे गुर भाए अकथ कथा विचारिया जे सतगुर माहे समाए पी अमृत संतोखिया दरगह पैदा जाए घट घट वाजे किंगुरी अनदिन शब्द सुबाए विरले को सोजी पई गुरमुख मन समझाए नानक नाम न विसरै छूटे शब्द कमाए. So in this passage, the focus is on self-knowledge. So a mind that is instilled with self-knowledge need not look elsewhere. Ram Nam Man Bedhia, Avar Ke Kari Vichar. So the word is Bedhia, piercing, penetrating. Self-knowledge is penetration into the mind of the light of the Almighty. Once that happens, no other method or approach is necessary because self-realization, which is the supreme goal, is then achieved. So when the mind focuses on the creator logos or the word, the shabad, you get a certain well-being that arises in the mind. And it gradually grows to the sublime bliss of union with the self. Sabad Surat Sukh Upajai, Prabhrato Sukh Sar. Sukh Sar is that supreme, sublime self being. So the Rahau, the injunction for us is Manre Sachi Khasam Rajai, my mind, obey the true husband, which is the eternal wisdom. And the will of this eternal wisdom, as it operates in the universe, is inevitable, inexorable. And this eternal wisdom, out of which jin tan man saaj sigarya tis seti live lie. So to that eternal one, which is the giver of the mind-body structure of awareness, to that one we need to fix our attention to. So a good part of the passage really is devoted in contrasting the pursuit of self-knowledge with various practices that seek to do the same thing. So let's look at them. First, the passage lists out various austerities that were in vogue during Guru Nanak's time and perhaps are so even today. And these involve punishing the body. For instance, tan besantar homiye, ik rati tol kataye. So when the body is chopped into small pieces, into measured pieces, and offered as a sacrifice to the ritual fire. Tan man samda je kari, anidin agan jalaye. The body, mind is offered as firewood to keep the ritual fire alight. Ardh sarir kataiya, sir karvat tare. The body is halved by putting a saw to the head. Tan hai manchal galiya. The body is frozen in snow-clad mountains. Now, some of these practices were indeed in common sort of use during the times that Guru Nanak lived in, especially with the yogis and the Siddhs and several other sects. And this is clearly a word of caution to us that any such body punishment is really ignorance. Then the passage moves on to the futility of charity as a means to self-knowledge. So we have to always remember that it's self-knowledge that we are after. So kanchan ki kot daat kare, bau hever gaver daan. Forts of gold, if they are donated in charity, fine horses, elephants given away. Again, the practice of old kings, village chiefs, that's what they would do. Bhumdan go gani. Bhumdan again was a very large, very big practice with the aristocracy and the rich. Large tracts of land were endowed and milk-giving cows were presented. So, despite all the charity, despite all the punishment of the body, pride and arrogance remain. They don't really leave you. Bhi antar garb guman. And so therefore, there is no other way, really speaking, to self-knowledge without the logos or the discourse of sabad. This is the eternal wisdom that is already inherent in us. Har namit tul na puja. Everything else falls short. Tul na puja doesn't reach as far. It cannot penetrate the mind. Lakh koti karma kamaya. Even if hundreds and thousands and tens of millions of austere rituals are performed, they all fall short. So why is there this stress on self-knowledge that we see repeatedly? Because that is our root problem. It's that primal ignorance, by design no doubt, which expresses itself as haume. That is the root problem that we have to solve. And the root problem is ignorance. And guess what? What better way to get rid of ignorance than acquiring knowledge? So it is Ram Nama Man Bedhia Gur Diya Sachdan. That is the true gift that is received from the charitable Guru Enlightener. And that is what pierces the mind and eventually kills the ego. In other words, it dispels the ignorance of one's true identity, of who we really are. With those thoughts, until the next time, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.